Did you know that one of the most viral health hacks of all time, apple cider vinegar shots, was once claimed to melt belly fat, stabilize blood sugar, cure acne, and even extend your lifespan? Millions of people still take a shot of vinegar every morning, swearing by it. But here's the truth. While there's some science behind it, most of the hype is blown way out of proportion. And that's the problem with viral health hacks. They promise you shortcuts, a secret trick that sounds so simple. You wonder why doctors don't tell you about it. The real question is, do these hacks actually work? Or are they just another trend designed to go viral while you waste your time or worse, hurt your health? Today, we're going to put some of the most popular hacks to the test. From ice baths to intermittent fasting, from celery juice to juice cleanses, from keto to 10,000 steps a day. Some of these are backed by solid science. Others are just myths wrapped in slick marketing. And a few, they can actually be dangerous. Let's start with one of the coldest trends out there, literally, ice baths. You've seen them everywhere. Athletes plunging into freezing tubs, influencers screaming while sitting in barrels of ice. The claim? Faster recovery, reduced inflammation, and mental toughness. So, what does the science say? Well, cold exposure does reduce inflammation in the short term. It can also activate your sympathetic nervous system, which explains that alert, almost euphoric feeling afterward. But here's the catch, long term. Benefits aren't as magical as TikTok makes them seem. Ice baths don't build muscle. They don't burn fat at crazy levels. And overusing them can even blunt muscle growth if you're trying to bulk up. Are they useless? No, they're a tool. They can be good for recovery in the short term, good for boosting your mood, but not the miracle hack they're sold as. Now let's talk about one of the most famous drinks in the world of health. Hacks, apple cider vinegar shots. People claim it balances blood sugar, burns fat, and kills bad bacteria in your gut. And here's the surprising truth. It's not complete nonsense. Studies do show that apple cider vinegar can help blunt blood sugar spikes after a meal. That's good news for people trying to manage cravings or insulin resistance. But is it melting fat directly? Not really. The fat-burning effect comes indirectly. If your blood sugar is steadier, you're less likely to overeat. But here's the danger. Taking straight vinegar every day can erode your tooth enamel and damage your throat. If you want the benefits, dilute 1 or 2 tablespoons in a glass of water. Anything more than that is hype, not health. Then there's celery juice, the morning ritual of celebrities and wellness influencers. Every morning, a tall green glass to detox your liver, clear your skin, and give you glowing energy. But here's the reality check. Celery is healthy, yes. It's hydrating, full of antioxidants, and low in calories. But does juicing it every morning unlock some special detox power? No. Your liver and kidneys are already natural detox machines. Drinking celery juice doesn't suddenly scrub toxins out of your system. If people feel better from this hack, it's usually because they're drinking more water, eating fewer processed foods, and paying attention to their health. In other words, it's the lifestyle change, not the magical celery juice doing the heavy lifting. Now let's move on to one of the biggest viral trends that actually has serious science. Behind it, intermittent fasting. This isn't just a TikTok fad, it's been studied for decades. The idea is simple. Limit your eating window, for example. Eat between 12 and 8 p.m. and fast the rest of the time. The benefits? For many people, fasting makes it easier to stay in a calorie deficit, which is the foundation of fat loss. It can also improve insulin sensitivity, lower inflammation, and possibly even extend lifespan, according to animal studies. But here's the nuance. Intermittent fasting isn't magical. If you eat junk during your eating window, you'll still struggle. And for some, especially women, fasting can disrupt hormones or lead to binge eating. Essentially, it's not for everyone. So consider your personal needs, dietary restrictions, medication, etc., and always consult with your doctor before starting. So it's not a one-size-fits-all miracle, it's a tool. For some people, that works best when combined with a healthy diet. Speaking of diets, let's talk about one that refuses to leave the spotlight. Keto. The ketogenic diet went viral as the ultimate fat-burning machine. The promise? Eat almost zero carbs, load up on fats, and your body switches into ketosis, burning fat for energy. And yes, keto does work for many people, especially for short-term fat loss and stabilizing blood sugar. But here's the problem. It's incredibly hard to sustain. Cutting out bread, pasta, fruit, and even beans feels impossible for most people long-term. Plus, the side effects can include nutrient deficiencies, constipation, and fatigue. Keto is a powerful hack for some, but for most, it's a sprint, not a marathon. And then there are juice cleanses, the classic 3-day reset, where you swap all your meals for green juices. These are marketed as a way to detox your body, flush out waste, and reset your health. But here's the truth. Your liver, kidneys, and digestive system already detox your body naturally. You don't need expensive juices to do it. In fact, going on a juice-only cleanse often leaves you nutrient deficient, low on protein, and craving real food. Sure, you might lose a few pounds, but it's mostly water weight. Once you start eating again, it comes right back. Juice cleanses feel trendy, but they're one of the biggest health scams out there. Now let's cover one of the most popular so-called daily goals that turned into a viral hack: 10,000 steps a day. You see it on fitness trackers, apps, and influencers repeating the mantra. But here's the interesting truth. The number 10,000 wasn't based on science. It started as a Japanese marketing campaign for a pedometer back in the 1960s. That being said, walking itself is incredibly powerful. Studies show that even 7,000 steps a day is enough to dramatically reduce the risk of heart disease and early death. So while 10,000 isn't a magic number, aiming for more daily movement absolutely works. The hack is real, not because of the number, but because it gets people moving consistently. If you want to watch our full breakdown of this topic, click on the card here. Another viral category is sleep hacks. Social media is full of them. Mouth taping to force nose breathing, drinking magnesium water before bed, or putting your phone away an hour before sleep. Do they work? Some do. Some don't. Mouth taping is controversial. It may help reduce snoring for some, but it can be dangerous if you have breathing issues. Magnesium supplements, on the other hand, do have evidence of improving sleep quality in people who are deficient. And limiting screen time before bed? That's backed by solid science. Blue light delays melatonin production, making it harder to fall asleep. The truth is, sleep hacks work best when they focus on the basics: a dark room, consistent schedule, and less late-night scrolling. Again, we've done a video breaking down the best ways to maximize sleep benefits. We also can't ignore high-protein diets, which have gone viral in the form of protein coffee, protein pancakes, and the endless challenge of eating at least 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. Unlike many hacks, this one has teeth. Protein really is the most filling macronutrient, helping with muscle recovery, appetite control, and metabolism. The danger is only when people go extreme, eating too much, or ignoring fruits, vegetables, and fiber. But overall, the viral push toward higher protein intake is one of the few trends that actually improves long-term health. For general health, the recommended dietary allowance is 0.36 grams per pound of body weight. That's the minimum you're supposed to get in, but it may be encouraged to have more, especially if you're looking to build muscle. On the other hand, some viral hacks are outright scams, like detox teas, skinny gummies, and appetite-suppressing lollipops. These products are usually just laxatives, diuretics, or fiber supplements dressed up with flashy labels. They might make you feel lighter or less bloated temporarily, but they don't do much for real fat loss. Worse, they can cause dehydration and digestive issues. These hacks thrive on people's desire for quick results, but they're typically smoke and mirrors. Here's what all of these hacks have in common. They take something simple, exaggerate it, and sell it as a shortcut. Ice baths can help with recovery, but they won't transform your body. Apple cider vinegar can help with blood sugar, but it's not melting fat overnight. Celery juice is healthy, but it's not a miracle detox. Intermittent fasting works for many, but it's not magic. Keto has its place, but it's not for everyone. Juice cleanses are mostly marketing. 10,000 steps a day works because it gets you moving, not because the number itself is special. Sleep hacks are helpful when they focus on the basics. High-protein diets are solid, but they're not a free pass to ignore other nutrients. Other trends? Sometimes nothing but a scam. So how do you know which hacks are worth trying? The real test is this. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Real health improvements are slow, consistent, and yes, a little boring. They come from habits like walking every day, eating more healthy foods, sleeping enough, managing stress, and cutting down on processed junk. That's not flashy enough to go viral, but it's what actually works. So do viral health hacks work? Sometimes yes, but usually only when they're just dressed-up versions of simple, boring science. The real magic isn't in shortcuts, it's in consistency. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next deep dive into health and wellness topics. And if you want to know the truth about the foods that actually improve health, don't miss the video I've linked right here. Stay curious, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next one.